Listen to this carefully, what I'm about to tell you. The company, you hear it, you hear the people who do what I do, and you hear everything. Because I never thought the day would come when I would stand in front of a Nissan like this and tell you, gentlemen, no more continuously variable transmission. No more continuously variable transmission. That's gone. Now we have an automatic transmission here because Nissan is coming back to conquer the markets it had lost, and this is how they're doing it. And wow, they listen to all of us, not just me, to everyone. From the big names that dominate all the headlines. From what are automobiles to the models that quietly reinvent themselves in this market, and those that bring what accessible luxury means. So today I present to you the new 2025 Nissan Murano. Not everything flashy on the street that catches your eye is a Lamborghini. There are cars that come with a lot of shine in their details, but this Murano is doing it this year in its relaunch. It's doing it with a lot of intention. There are cars that make a lot of noise. They come out and show off their horsepower. Different numbers. There are others that say, well, let's play in another league. It's the league. Silence, comfort, elegance. You don't necessarily want to have to shout to get noticed. Remember that very well. That applies to our daily lives too. I want to tell you something. This SUV has changed more than many people would believe, including myself. Take advantage of this moment. First, tell me if you like the cap, because I intend to print a lot of caps to see if they can sell. Second, subscribe to my channel and enable the notification bell to get updates on new videos. Because when I come across cases like this one about the Murano transmission and the changes Nissan is making on the go, now I say, wow, we have influence, and it's only because you subscribe and follow me. So thank you. Wow, when I sat in the car and grabbed the specifications of the Maruni that comes in every car they bring to me. And I sit here and start to look, and I see that it says 9-speed automatic transmission. Wow. We're talking about something else here, because the Murano was born more than 20 years ago, known as Nissan's rebellious crossover. It was the SUV for people who were looking for design rather than a car that was mainstream for those who wanted a bit of luxury. But without falling into what's called ostentatiousness. Over time, what happened? It was left behind with that old V6 engine with the continuously variable transmission, things that nobody is going to miss nowadays, including you. This is a different story. This Murano comes with a new engine, new transmission, and the design is inspired by the electric area, although this one is not electric. It comes with very important changes because it arrives with a very clear mission. I'm here and we're going to take it to the market again. Everything is streamlined, everything is improved. On this black line, beneath the 3 lights that resemble LED projectors. Of course, it says Murano engraved in black. You can't see it until you're close, but I like that it's all black and looks sporty. All of these are LED lights, 3 LED reflectors, the Nissan logo, which they've also modified. They've done some things to it, and the camera is built into the logo. Here we have shutters that open and close depending on whether you need to cool this car or not. Naturally, it's packed with front sensors. Oh, I like what they've done with the front, because it's Nissan. You look at it and it's Nissan, but they've tweaked it, made it more sophisticated, and improved it a lot. Let's see what's under the hood, over here, underneath. Goodbye V6 out of here, goodbye continuously variable transmission out of here. Now we have a BC turbo, it's all covered, but right here it says very clearly BC turbo. 2 liters, 241 horsepower, 280 lb-ft of torque with the new 9-speed automatic transmission. And that's what I say, wow, finally a Murano that really changes. It's not the same thing over and over again, and that lack of trust goes away. This is what you call a clear transmission. Here we don't have that endless humming noise. The humming and running out of breath are both caused by the continuously variable transmission. And the best part, all-wheel drive. That traction is standard in this model we have here. Is the Platinum. Of course, it's not a true off-roader by nature. Of course not, but when it rains, when it snows, when you want to go over some basic terrain at the entrance of your house, if you live on the outskirts, this covers you perfectly well without any problem. From the side, it looks like it came from a drawing or futuristic sketch. 21-inch wheels, we have a 360-degree bird's eye view camera. I like that they avoided chrome, except for this window edge. You can easily cover it up with a little bit of wrap if you don't like that look. The light catcher is completely black. And what about the slope? Because this is still an important crossover in the market. A lot of lines that look like they've been stretched by the wind as if it grabbed them and pulled them. It appears to float even when still, and it's still rising. It's not gonna go unnoticed. There are even some people I was reading who say it looked like an old Ferrari from back in the day. I said, wow, I haven't seen it, but those are the comments I've read. Panoramic roof. You'll notice it when we drive in. It's huge with big doors and keyless entry. Solid. Well finished, because here there's really no problem with what's called quality control. Not at all. It closes and seals well and feels solid in both the front and back. Let's check out the space in the back seat. You'll see how it is for the passengers. Here in the second row, of course, the two seats recline 60-40 to give us cargo space. You'll see it's pretty big in the back. And it's covered here with a plush material that fits it quite well. Because when you run your hand over it, you say, wow, did they really care? But you can take it off because it has Velcro. If you want to take it off, you can. I don't know why you do it, but you can if you want. You come up here and you find this interior here. It's very well finished. All the same materials that we have in the front. Closed. We closed the door and we find a little mesh so you can log yourself in back here and no one can see you. Pocket on one side only. Yes, we have USB connectors, heating, air conditioning outlet, and a panoramic roof that extends all the way back here. Here we have cup holders with a space to fit the iPhone 17 Pro Max. If you already got it, you can put it in here. The finish and perforations, as mentioned, are for heated seats. There's good space and they're comfortable. Don't you feel claustrophobic here? Not at all. Grab handles up top, speakers in the doors, cup holders in the doors, right here inside. One of the things I don't like is the buttons. I prefer the lever, but well, they put buttons instead. Now that they fixed everything, it doesn't bother me much. On the right side, I have the driving modes, Sport, Standard, and Eco. I'm going to leave it in Sport mode. And here on the steering wheel, I can control the screen from here. If I press this side, I control the movement I have on the screen here on this side for the different types of operations I want. The base price of this Platinum all-wheel drive starts at $50,000 with all the extras. Most of the time, they give it to me fully equipped for $54,000. I have the option to use the paddles when I put it in sport mode, okay, and I have them here behind the steering wheel. I'm going to change the mode so I can talk to you more easily. In this mode, it's already fully automatic. This car is for someone who doesn't want a cramped compact car or one of those big trucks. Behind the row. Thank you. This is for a couple who travels, for people who have a family. Tú tocas. One touch switches to manual mode for paddle or touch driving. It's already fully automatic like mine now, but I'm still driving in sport mode. A family or someone who wants luxury in an SUV or a compact without having to go for something like an Audi or a BMW. With this car's price, you really need to make $100,000 to buy it comfortably. Because when I mention those figures, a lot of people are going to leave me a comment and have written to me saying they don't agree with me. But I'm going to tell you something because I talk to the companies, okay? What if you buy this car and your income is $20,000, $30,000 or $40,000 a year? I assure you, your morning coffee won't look the same, huh? Because you can't afford this car, nor any car that costs more than $50,000 a year. Goodbye to the continuously variable transmission. That's the most important thing that's happened here in a while. What I can tell you is that I've been driving this car, seeing the changes they've made to it. The continuously variable transmission is fantastic. This is where Nissan, as I like to say, got serious. It has premium leather, and it has premium leather. I'm pretty sure it's more in the center, maybe not on the edges, but it has premium leather. All the plastic materials are soft, all of them. Wherever you touch, there are soft materials. Everything that's visible is soft, okay? The seats are called zero gravity. In sport mode, it sounds like a sports car. Can you feel the gears shifting and engaging, or do you have to wait for it? For a more comfortable drive, switch to standard mode and the car loosens up. Dual 12.3-inch dashboards. Here we have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which are wireless, a wireless charger as well, and 2 USB connectors. Everything you expect in a 2025 car full of details, you have it here in this car. It has good sound insulation. The noise inside here is very minimal. You feel it as soon as you close the door, you feel how it seals. That's why I always open and close the door for you to feel it. If you get a solid thud, a premium thud, a thud that when you do this, you feel it. This is not a sports car. The Murano has never been a sports car, and it shows. The suspension absorbs all the bumps you find on the road well. It's comfortable, almost floaty, but it doesn't feel like a clumsy car. It used to feel more like that. The brakes are pretty good because this is a car that has some weight, and when you touch the pedal and press it, you can feel it. That's why I tell you, it's not a sports car, it's a sofa on wheels. This car knows how to move what they call with dignity. There are little leaves that got in here because I had it open. There are stitches here, a combination of this soft, all soft stitches on the steering wheel. The steering wheel also has a somewhat flat bottom. The steering is much more precise than before. It's less floaty. Step forward for anyone who drives it on the highway and feels very, very confident when driving this car. Let's talk over here. In tests, it goes from 0 to 60 in 7.4 seconds. Okay, not bad for a luxury SUV that's been mid-size, that still is mid-size. It does the quarter mile in 15.5 seconds. Come on, no one will buy this car for 0 to 60 times or the quarter mile. They'd spend $50,000 on a different car for that. Average fuel consumption is 23 mpg combined, 21 in the city and 27 on the highway. It's not a hybrid. It's definitely not the champion in efficiency, but it's within the range of the competition, which is very important. This car is a car that I use to cruise. It's your everyday comfortable car that inspires confidence with its 9-speed automatic transmission. It's wonderful, and many of my friends who do what I do agree with me. The best thing for the Murano was eliminating the continuously variable transmission entirely. The new engine has more usable torque for driving pleasure. Very good quality in the interior, that deserves applause. Comfortable seats and a quiet car as mentioned. Those who criticize it because there's no hybrid, well, for now there's no hybrid, but nobody knows what will happen in the future. The companies keep all their future plans secret and don't talk about them. And this isn't a car for putting in 3 rows of seats either. It would be really bad and cramped if you decided to put in 3 rows of seats, right? For $50,000, there are a lot of cars out there that you can buy. I'll mention them: Hyundai Santa Fe, Kia Telluride, and of course Toyota Highlander. All have more space. Some are hybrids, some more or less efficient. If you want, you can buy a used X3 or Audi Q5 since new ones are much more expensive. But now you're entering a new world with less warranty and more maintenance on those cars. The Murano answers all of that with design, comfort, technology, and some extra space. It's like having a small cafe or restaurant in a city that's full of restaurant chains. That little exclusive place just for you to enter is like this car. It doesn't have the brightest lights, but it has a lot of character. It has soul and it makes you feel good when you get in. You feel comfortable, you feel welcomed. This isn't a perfect SUV, but it's the Murano that's now here to compete very, very seriously. If you want space, look elsewhere. But if you seek elegance, technology, and a seamless ride, this is it. This is a car that can be, as I say, a good companion for you. I feel like I have good headroom, good visibility of the dashboard here, the central console, good visibility of the screens. All the air conditioning controls are here at the bottom. They're touch-sensitive buttons, not actually part of the screen. They kept the volume knob, which is very important. The air vents work well and the car cools quickly. Bose sound system with pillars, with tweeters on both pillars. Speakers in the door, cup holders here, extra space here, more cup holders in the door, open here for even more space. Great finishes, which I think are pretty good. I like the Nissan logo in the center, which has no shine. Nissan did a great job removing the shine from the car. If you try one, you won't regret it. I promise you'll like the change. And what about the continuously variable transmission? 100 points. 100 points. Tell me, let me know. What do you guys think about that? To me, it feels like they truly listen and pay attention to us. When we speak up on protest, change takes a little time, but they do make the change because they don't want to lose customers. Here we have a button to open the trunk. It's built into the Nissan logo. 33 cubic feet with the seats up, 64 with all the seats down for the cargo area. If you're gonna have to load things here, just so you have an idea, we lift this up and we have a huge Bose subwoofer, but there's no spare tire because this probably has run flat tires. I see the repair kit there. On these sides, there's a small compartment on each side in case you want to store something there. You can do it. Up here you have it too. If we talk here, the seats recline from back here, which is important. It's comfortable. Mostly we lower it here. Automatic Nissan. I don't know why they did it, but they really went out of their way to remove the chrome from the car, which surprises me. For example, Murano, they put it over the blue. It's like a burnt metal that doesn't shine, the same as we see in the all-wheel drive Platinum logo. The combination here looks beautiful, featuring black colors and a reverse camera. They hid the windshield well at the top. Not everyone does that. I don't see an exhaust outlet. At the bottom, they point downward, but the back part is very nice too. The work that Nissan did here with this new Murano, I've been driving it and I really like what I see. I really like it. How does it feel? So thanks for subscribing to the channel. Turn on that notification bell. Don't forget. See you next time. Share your suggestions, your thoughts on this car, and your opinion on removing the continuously variable transmission. The big news is they removed the continuously variable transmission. Thanks.